How do I create a mesh using spot levels? Land surveyors use spot levels to pinpoint height levels of terrain when a site has been graded or terraced, where regular contours are no longer present. In ArchiCAD, we do this by first inserting a site survey or a land survey, and we'll import this onto a worksheet. So let's drag and drop a DWG file. We're going to place it at 1 millimeter. And we will now drag this using the drag command over to this hotspot, which is just being used to set it up so it's in good relationship to where I want it to be on my terrain story. Now, how do we see this? What's happening here? There's nothing on this model at the moment. We need to add in a terrain mesh. But in order to know where to put that terrain mesh, we want to be able to see our worksheet in trace reference. This is our trace reference up here. I can turn it on that way, or a more preferred way would be to right-click on the site survey and say show as trace reference. This will now show it up in its position. If we weren't sure about this, we could click and say reset to default position. We've confirmed that it's in the right position, so now we're going to draw our terrain mesh. In this instance, I'm going to draw the site mesh using the polygonal method, and I'm going to draw from corner to corner. And I'm not going to make it bigger than my site. I'm going to limit it to the size of my site. Now, in order to be able to see this mesh clearly, I have used a cover fill. In this case, it's just a 25% fill with a grey, and that means we can see it. It's not getting in the way. It's not distracting us from being able to see our trace reference, but we can at least see it's there. One of the problems that we sometimes have with any of these objects, such as slabs or mesh or fills, is that we don't know if we've drawn anything. So this helps us to be able to identify that it's there. Now we can first set this up by adding our corner height values. How do we add our corner height values? We can select each corner, left click, we bring up our pet palettes, and the Z option is the option that we want to add in our height value, X, Y, and Z coordinates. Now we have 4 different height values for each corner, so we're not going to use the apply to all. We need to do it individually. Let's type this in millimeters, 82700. Doing this on the fly from meters to millimeters can be a little bit tricky. You need to remember the conversion, moving the decimal place. Let's do this for each of the corners. 84700. 84800. 82600. And if you have something like this happen where your pet palette's in the way and you can't see what you're doing, if you grab the pet palette on the left hand side, this allows us to drag it away so we can see the number, make sure that we do have the right number before we press OK. We've now added height values to the corner. So let's first see what this looks like in 3 dimensions. Right click, show selection marquee in 3D. This is a relatively small site, and because I've chosen to place it based on a height 0 of 0, adding in the height value, this is our height datum 0 or sea level, and we're coming up 82 meters out of the site. Now we see that the top is flat. It's not perfectly flat, we know that, but there's only 4 height values and there is no contours or levels in the middle of the site. So how do we add these? Let's go back to our terrain story. We'll double click. In order to satisfy most approval requirements and ensure a detailed mesh, we must add the height values at quarter-meter intervals. And if we were coordinating with our land surveyor, that's what we'd ask them to produce. We see as we move across our site that there's a range of different height values. 83.2, 83.13. And in some cases, there aren't very many values where the land is relatively flat and there is nothing of much interest. But when we have a feature such as a retaining wall, there is a lot more height values here. Now, for this exercise, we're not going to add all of the height values, but we're going to add some to have an understanding of how it works. Now, this is very important to remember. In order to add our spot levels, we must select the mesh. So let's select this mesh. We must select the mesh tool. And we must be in our polygonal method. We can then double click on a point on the mesh. And we have some options. We're adding a new point. Do we want to have no surface fitting, fit to user ridges, or fit to all ridges? In this case, we want to use the fit to user ridges option. We'll press OK, and that has added a point or a node to our mesh. It hasn't yet assigned the value, so we need to do that as a second command. We can now select that dot, make sure we're back on the Z height, and we see that based on this set to user ridges, it's already defined a height value for us just based on the first 4 points that we defined. Now that's not necessarily going to be accurate, so let's type in instead our new number, 83200, and OK. Let's add some more. Make sure again before we try to click this, we need to deselect the height value, select the whole mesh, select the mesh tool, and then we can double click again. So to make this process faster, rather than adding each height as we go, we're going to add the spot levels, and then we're going to return to our process in order to add in the value of the height. Double click. And we'll continue doing this around the mesh until we feel that we have enough points to be able to define what we're doing. Let's add one more. Now we haven't covered the whole site, but it's enough to be able to now define that there is shape and there is form, and we can start to see what our height values do in terms of spot levels to our mesh. Now let's go back and add these heights in. So I'm going to go to my select function, our arrow function. Let's click on each of these points and add in the values. Again, we don't want to apply to all. We need to do these individually. 83260. Reselect the mesh so we can find the point that we're after. 83170. Let's press escape to make that faster. 83680. Deselect, reselect. 84090. As you can see, adding spot levels can be a tedious exercise. You only want to do it once. You only want to set the mesh up one time, and so it's worth doing it accurately. 84690. One more. Let's move that away. 83730. We've now added all our points. Let's go into 3D again to see how that looks. Right click, show selection marquee in 3D. Now we've added the points to our terrain, and we can start to see there is differentiation on our site in 3D. The closer we get to that, we'll be able to determine that more. And of course, we could continue adding more points for quite a while until all of the points on our terrain mesh have been completed. Now remember, you must select both the mesh and the mesh tool before adding any spot levels. And when it comes to spot levels, the more you add, the more accurate your mesh will become.